To the tradition of Nottingham Forest and Liverpool by winning the European Champions Cup with that marvellous and unexpected victory over Bayern Munich. Well, tonight, Villa march back into a rapidly changing Europe. Venue, the old Czechoslovakian mining town of Ostrava. Mission, to defend a 3-1 lead from the first leg. Waiting to describe the action is Alan Parry.
Well, Aston Villa start with the same 11 which finished the first leg, which means that Ian Ormondroyd, whose height caused Banik so many problems at Villa Park a fortnight ago, keeps his place in preference to Kevin Gage. It's a lineup which confirms the view that Villa certainly haven't come here solely to defend their 2-goal lead. Banik make 2 changes from the first leg, one of them in goal, where Ivo Šmuka is preferred to Srinicek, who had an uneasy night at Villa Park. The other sees Verkio, an attacking player, replacing the defender Palinek, as Banik faced the dilemma of chasing goals whilst knowing that to concede one would surely finish them off. So Villa get the game underway against the Banik team with a formidable home record in Europe. They played 25 ties here over the years and lost only 3 of them. Early cross from Ian Ormondroyd going behind the Banik goal. And it's worth noting, whilst we're praising Banik's home record in Europe, that Villa's away record is equally impressive. They too have lost only 3 times on 14 trips abroad. The new goalkeeper, Ivo Šmuka. And very volatile support here as Cialini moves forward for Banik in the light blue shirts and white shorts. Gordon Cowans winning the throw-in for Aston Villa. And leaving it, in fact, to Derek Mountfield, one of those with European experience in this Villa team. Indeed, won a Cup Winners' Cup winners' medal for Everton. Spink looking for Daly with the kick this time, but he was beaten by Cialini. Horvat. Helped on well by Verkio to Kula on the right. Well, Spink dived and it looked spectacular, but in all honesty, the Villa goalkeeper was just covering his far post, and he knew that that ball was always on its way wide of target. Still quite a bright start here by Banik. And I'm sure the thousands watching at Villa Park will be as anxious as the Villa bench for Aston Villa to just survive this early period of pressure. Ormondroyd chasing back to deny Kula, but he keeps possession well. And this looks dangerous. Kubanek with the shot. Good tackle, and a vital one, as Kubanek was shaping up to really hit that ball. Spink followed it across the goal, and the deflection was enough to take it behind for a corner. Dangerous moments these, though, for Villa. Kielek, blocked by Platt. Kula. Neyshash. And Gray got it clear. Only as far, though, as Kubanek. Oh, beautiful play by Kubanek. Ormondroyd hacks it away. And still the pressure on Aston Villa, but now they've got a chance to break here. And Cowans has done well to battle in there amongst those defenders and keep possession. Back trying to slow it down and look for Daly, but he's overhit it. Kubanek. And a space opens up for the number 2. Optimistic shot from that distance, though. Free kick to Banik. 13 minutes remaining in the first half. It's still goalless. Villa still protecting a 2-goal lead from the first leg. Kula and Stash, the 2 Banik players, over the ball for this free kick. Stash with the kick. Oh, a beauty! And a brilliant save by Spink, who must have seen it coming late. What a thunderous free kick it was from the sweeper Stash. Beautifully struck, right-footed around the wall. Look at the distance out, and and Spink made a marvellous save. That really has kept Villa in the picture in this first half. But they face another corner, and Spink deals with that equally impressively. Well, Nigel Spink had to produce a marvellous piece of goalkeeping then to keep the scoreline at 0-0. 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Ormonroyd's header. Cialini got it clear from Daly. Cowans controls a difficult ball well, and a lovely little chip forward for Daly. And Platt coming to meet it on the near post, and the goalkeeper made a good save. That was unlucky, and once again the superb anticipation and timing of David Platt creating danger. This is Stash. He's dangerous. They can't allow him too much room on the ball. A good little layoff for Neyshash, and Platt brings him down. And he hasn't made himself the most popular player here, David Platt, with the crowd. That's 2 or 3 times that he's brought down Banik players when they've been in full flow. And this is a dangerous position, particularly in view of the tremendous shot that the sweeper Stash produced earlier in the half, which brought a great save from Spink. And Stash inevitably over the ball again, and Spink trying to line the wall up. Number 4 there is Kula. Stash is just out of the picture at the moment. Looks like Horvat is a further option here for the free kick. Oh, it's gone in! And that's the worst thing that could have happened to Aston Villa. Right on the stroke of half-time, just a couple of minutes remaining, and Neyshash's free kick has beaten Spink. Spink and the Villa defenders must have been expecting the shot from Stash, but the little man hit it instead. A different type of free kick, just as effective, indeed even more so, because it's given Banik the lead here. Banik Ostrava 1, Aston Villa 0, and that brings it back to 3-2 now on aggregate. And a dangerous position Villa find themselves in suddenly in the dying stages of the first half. A beautifully hit free kick along the ground all the way, and Nigel Spink beaten to his right-hand post. Anxious faces now on the Villa bench. They can't afford another slip-up before half-time here, or the onus is very much with Banik. I fear that at the moment it is anyway. Kula's taken the throw already. And that was a very optimistic effort indeed. Fortunately for Aston Villa, as we move into time being added, Nigel Spink beaten by that free kick for the only goal of the game. It's going to be a real test of Aston Villa's character now in the second half, losing a goal in the dying stages of the first. Banik played very well in that first half and deserved to go off leading by 1-0 at half-time. But Villa still have a vital 1-goal lead over the aggregate of the 2 legs. But still a tough second half in prospect for Aston Villa. So Banik Ostrava get the second half underway, leading by 1-0 on the night, but crucially still 3-2 behind on aggregate. But Aston Villa know they're going to face a very demanding second half here. And if only Villa could get into the game more as an attacking force themselves, that would surely kill some of Banik's fire, because in the first half they enjoyed virtually non-stop attacking play against the Villa goal. Remember, incidentally, that if Banik were to get a second and the score stayed that way for the aggregate to be level, then we would go into extra time. Here's Ian Ormonroyd for Villa. Back to Cowans. McGrath. Crucial Villa make a good start to this second half after the pounding they received at the end of the first. Cowans wins it back. No free kick given. despite the appeals from Banik. This is Gray in possession. And now Daly. Flat in the penalty area, only behind him. But easy for Scarabella to get clear. And now Kubanek. He's played well, the little blonde midfielder. And that's a good ball on to Hilek. He's got Hollander up with him as well. Hilek choosing to go it alone, and perhaps that was not the right decision. Spink guarding the near post with ease. Stash. Villa backpedaling, and that proved dangerous at times in the first half. On it goes to Stash once more. Maguire blocked his way further forward. Oh, but good play by Stash as he lifted it on. And Price and Cowans combined to get the ball away from danger, but at the expense of a corner. And the goal scorer, Husam Neshash, has gone across to take it. In high towards Scarabella, and he won it well, the big number 5. The crowd on their feet, but they hadn't heard the referee's whistle, which went long before the ball was speeding towards the Villa net. Free kick. Good corner by Neshash. A towering header by Scarabella. And Stash's header cleared off the line, but the whistle had already gone. Good play by Daly. And the cross not clear, and has gone for a corner. So Villa's first corner of the second half produces cries of Villa from their small but vocal travelling contingent of fans here. And what a superb moment this would be to draw level. Cowan's kick flicked on, and it's in! And Villa have done just that. And that's just the tonic they needed. And Derek Manfield, whose goals have proved so crucial to Everton and Villa over the years, has come on the scene again with an absolutely crucial strike. The back header, in move Manfield, ahead of any of the defenders, and it's 1-1 on the night. Just 7 minutes gone in the second half, and Aston Villa get an absolutely crucial goal. Well, Derek Manfield scored in the first leg and in the next game against Queen's Park Rangers, and is always so dangerous from set pieces. Now can Banik return from the disappointment of conceding a goal? Hilek in possession. And Villa did well. A tremendous kick by Spink, Platt chasing it, and was being held by Kula. And well spotted by the referee, because the referee must have been 50 yards away at the time. Great instructions from Joe Benglosh and his colleagues on the Villa bench, telling the players exactly what they want to do, and the message has to be calm it. Cowans with the free kick then. Ormonroyd, and only forward on the edge of the penalty area, and Nielsen's there as well. Oh, and the defender took it away from his own goalkeeper at the expense of a corner, and Schmucker is lying injured. He came very decisively for the free kick, and his own defender, Scarabella, flicked it away from him, and the goalkeeper was injured as he went for the ball. And here's how the keeper collected the injury. So Schmucker fit to continue, and Banik won't need reminding, it was from an identical position that Villa got their goal a few minutes ago. Scrambled away again. Ormonroyd get onto the loose ball, finds Cowans. And turned in dangerously again, and this time it's another fine header from Mountfield, but no real power behind it. Schmucker saved it. Mountfield chases back into a defensive position. Now Gray. What a transformed team Aston Villa have looked since Mountfield's goal. This is Olney. Ormonroyd. And Daly. The match now being played in Banik's half for a change. Daly. He was fouled by Cialini. And the free kick is a useful weapon to Aston Villa. because it was free kicks and corners that produced all the problems for Banik in the first leg, and have done so again here tonight. Mainly because of the skill and accuracy of this man, Gordon Cowans. Schmucker came for it, it's an own goal! It's an own goal, and that surely is enough to get Aston Villa through to the next round. And Cowan's free kick got them in all kinds of problems again. And Aston Villa have taken a 2-1 lead, incredibly, here in the early stages of this second half. It looked like Scarabella who met it first, but it matters not as far as Aston Villa are concerned. It could have been Stash just in front of him, but an own goal it was for sure, and it's transformed the picture dramatically here. It's now Banik Ostrava 1, Aston Villa 2, and Aston Villa now 5-2 ahead on aggregate, and the game surely has been won. They've scored 2 away goals as well, and that has completely killed the atmosphere here in the stadium. The noise of the crowd has been switched off like a light. Neyshash, who scored the opening goal of the game, in possession, and Cowans wins it back off Allender, and that's a good ball for Daly, but well watched by Stash. And little Neyshash in possession again, and finding Horvat, and Villa backing away, and danger here. Oh, it should have been a goal by Kubanek, and he must realise that. He gets a consoling pat from his teammate, but really Kubanek could well have swung the game momentarily anyway back towards Banik. A good attacking build-up down the left. Villa ball watching a little bit as it was pulled back, and Kubanek had a clear sight of goal. Gray keeps it in for Villa. Oh, he didn't. He should have done, and then just tripped over the ball. So Banik get an unexpected throw-in. Neyshash. Stash. Wanted it back, but didn't get it back, and suddenly a counter-attack led by Daly. Only forward at the moment apart from Daly, but Daly, don't worry about that, he could go all the way here. It's a marvellous run. Oh, terrific effort, and still Villa press, but the free kick has gone against them, and the home supporters applauding that terrific run by Tony Daly. That could have been one of the solo goals of the season had Schmucker not denied him. Great run here, he took on the whole defence single-handed. A long ball by Kula, a searching one. Nielsen out to cover Horvat, and has won it from him. Kubanek. It may be the cushion of the 2 goals they've scored, but you get the distinct impression that Villa defensively have been much tighter as well in this second half. Kula in possession for Banik. Ormonroyd intercepts. McGrath gets it clear to Olney. Lovely skill by Ian Olney. Just rolled it under his foot and finds Daly, and Olney continues his race forward. Platt's moving forward as well. Daly all alone here. Oh, he's been denied again by the goalkeeper. And that's twice in this second half that Schmucker has stopped Tony Daly scoring what would have been a fine individual goal on either occasion. Wriggling his way clear of the defenders once more. And he had a look at Ian Olney on the far post, decided to go for the shot. And Villa have silenced the crowd in this half. And Villa content to keep possession, even if it means going backwards now, because with a 2-1 lead tonight and a 5-2 aggregate lead, they know that the place in the next round of the UEFA Cup belongs to them. Olney up superbly here, and Platt on the end of it, and still Platt. And Olney, oh, how did that stay out? Either Platt or Olney could have really sealed it for Aston Villa then. Not that there's any doubt about the outcome, but it would have been a nice bit of icing on the cake as Platt went forward alone here. The keeper somehow kept that one out. Olney went in for it as well. In fact, both of them went for the ball, and that was probably their undoing. And we're into the final minute of play now. Kula for Banik, McGrath right behind him. Neishash. Verkil. Neishash still. Villa's throw. Well, we've now moved into time being added for stoppages here, and there haven't really been many in this second half. So Stuart Gray, who watched from the sidelines as a Nottingham Forest player when Forest won 2 successive European Cups, looks as though he's led his team into the next round, and indeed he has. And what a difference a half-time interval can make. After 45 minutes, Aston Villa were a goal behind on the night, but within 8 minutes of the restart, they were 2-1 up on the night, and that's how it stayed. A marvellous battling second-half performance by Aston Villa. They've won by 5 goals to 2 on aggregate here. A crucial goal by Derek Mountfield, and then an own goal by Stash, turning the tide back in Villa's favour after a torrid first half, during which Banik had really threatened to pull the tide back towards their favour. A very satisfactory return to Europe then for Aston Villa. The final score tonight, Aston Villa 2, Banik Ostrava 1. So Villa win by 5 goals to 2 on aggregate. How satisfying is it for you to come back to Czechoslovakia and earn your first European victory with Villa?
Yeah, of course, I am very happy, and thanks to the players for that.